Okay guys, welcome to game, or series number 2 on the map Starbow High Spirit. Today is going to be a nice, awesome TVP battle between our famous, awesome, yellow Protoss player. His name is Arthur, and his opponent, he's the crowd favorite, he's lovable, he's awesome, he's also pale, he is MorroW. Oh, and he's also blue Terran, by the way.
Did you say he's pale?
Yeah, man, he's super pale. He's like from the snowy countries.
Ah, fair enough.
It's like his passive ability.
To be pale.
To be pale.
It's like Jim Gaffigan, his superpower is being pale too.
Yeah.
Love that guy. Alright, so TVP on High Sparrow. I love TVP.
Arthur! He is appropriately choosing the yellow color to match his Asian ethnicity, just like myself.
Ah, there we go.
Oh. Blue, MorroW choosing blue to represent the icy coldness in his tactics, and I don't know, maybe they just like the colors.
The icy coldness of his tactics. Yes, just he is like a robot. He has no emotion for anything. He's just gonna destroy you like the Terminator and leave nothing behind. Alright, so basically gateways and barracks and simulators and refineries, and actually no refineries, I lied. None of those yet. But very, very, very standard stuff right now. The barracks is going to pop out something interesting. Do we ever see Reaper openings against Protoss?
Reaper openings? No, we never do, but that is something that should happen more often. But the thing is, I don't even use Reapers that often, so I don't even know what the tech lab requirement is for that. Because I think it's pretty high now. I don't think you can really open with Reapers anymore.
Oh, holy smokes, you're right. Reapers with Fusion Core.
Yep, Fusion Core.
Whoa, never mind. That is not even possible.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, it's possible, but
it just take a while.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No. No. Definitely not.
Okay, well, interesting enough. MorroW is going to go for the 1 max FE. This is a build that I don't particularly like as a Terran player, but looks like he is playing cross position, so it's not going to be too bad. Arthur here, going to go for the standard 1 gate, hidden pylon, whatever in his base, as he usually does also. But this build here, as a Terran player, I don't like for a few reasons, because number one, if Protoss were to get a Cadarian Citadel, aka the Macro Booster, or the Phallus, or the Nexus, that can potentially really make things kind of snowball for a Protoss opponent, because they can definitely get a lot of units out there a lot more quickly. They can also cron out more probes, while going for the fast command center puts you in a defensive position no matter what. You can't attack, you can't move out, and you don't have access to your orbital command centers as quickly as you would like. Anyways, Arthur here, gonna drop down the sneaky proxy, most likely gonna throw it at maybe a robotics facility. Interesting enough, range is being upgraded on this cyber core as well as this Dragoon. So, oh, what's this? Looks like it is a robo facility. And
yeah, proxy robo facility. Sorry, what was that?
He might fall with the with Reavers, but look at this, MorroW gonna go for the 1 max FE and transition to a really fast sim attack or sim upgrade. Looks like MorroW here is gonna play bio.
Instead of the yeah, looks like he is. Instead of the standard mech that we usually see, getting the Cadarian Citadel upgrade, Chrono Boost, Safeguard, Rift abilities.
Okay, now this is actually, I don't like this position that MorroW is in, because Arthur here is most likely going to drop down a robotic support bay and get Reavers, I mean, and Reavers are really good against bio. I mean, they are excellent against bio, and unfortunately, that's exactly what MorroW is going for.
Yeah, that splash damage is just insane. The Dragoons making use of their increased range, just picking away at that bunker. The bunker can do nothing to defend itself. Trying to get, does manage to pick off a Marine that pokes its head out there to shoo them away, and producing more and more Marines to defend against this. Also getting the range on the Marines, trying to defend as best he can against these guys. There we go. The range kicks in, and now the Dragoons cannot hit without being hit themselves, which is not where they want to be.
So there's a few things I want to mention.
Yeah, go for it.
So this build that Arthur is using, even if MorroW wasn't going for bio, is a really good build to go for as a Protoss opponent, because the fact of the matter is that MorroW doesn't have access to an early gas, so he doesn't have access to something like siege tanks. And siege tanks are really the only unit that can really deal with the Reavers, aside from Goliaths. And without gas, you can't get either of those units. Or one thing that Arthur could also do is he could do a double expansion, but I mean we're talking about Arthur here. He's not going to go for that. And also, the other thing I want to mention is that MorroW has beaten Arthur before using Bio, but unfortunately the Reaver is in the mineral line here, and MorroW is not prepared. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs.
Couple SCVs die. Going to chase these guys around the command center. Oh, actually doesn't kill a single SCV with that particular hit, and just backs on out. The Marines have responded. Arthur knows they're coming. So what did MorroW lose there? MorroW lost 3 SCVs total, so maybe not the most effective Reaper attack, but still it's going to be on MorroW's mind, going to keep him in his base just a little bit. He needs to account for this now, and that can change exactly what MorroW's trying to do. Absolutely.
And wow, I'm surprised at how much weaker Reavers are now. Their splash zones have been nerfed a lot and significantly. Can't say I disagree with it though, because Reavers otherwise were pretty BS. Looks like MorroW here gonna try to fence this Reaver, but Arthur is gonna go ahead and target down this bunker here. Arthur is gonna have to get oh, Arthur does get the bunker, and MorroW unfortunately was unable to get the repair off. But a nice lockdown on top of both the Reavers, and this is it. He's got the SCVs here moving in on top of the Reavers. His Marines could target him down. This is huge for MorroW, and Arthur's gonna lose all his units here, or at least 2 Reavers. Oh, yeah, another unit goes down.
Yeah, those lockdowns were amazing. They did a great job taking both the Reavers out of position, out of the play. MorroW runs up again with the Marines, with the SCVs, just to make sure he has enough DPS to clean them up. Both of the Reavers die, and Arthur's forced to retreat. Amazing break there by MorroW. Well played all the way around.
Yeah, that was really definitely well played. I'm actually quite surprised at how well that went for MorroW here. Now Arthur here is kind of in a difficult situation. You know, he doesn't have a lot of units on the map right now. It looks like he's going to lose his robo facility as well as robotics support base, so there's no more access to Reavers. MorroW, he definitely has a larger army supply. He's got map control. Arthur here, I think that he's going to have to transition to some really fast speed lots, and he is doing that. Potentially follow up with the Temple Archives, which he is doing also, to get some quick storms. I think that's really his only hope at this point in the game.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see. I love me some storms for sure. Alright, so the Marines do manage to take down the support facility, support bay, and gonna kind of actually do a bit of a push up here, it looks like, going across the middle of the map. And at the same time, though, Warp Prism lurking around the back end of that natural, gonna see what it can do. And what can it do is the question. It's just kind of hanging out right now. Third base coming up for MorroW. Wants to take that advantage, recognizes he did so well in defending against that attack that Arthur's going to be on the back foot just a little bit. So he's taking the third at the same time that he pushes out with these ghosts and these Marines. And oh, what do we have down here?
It's called the Merc.
Mercs, there we go. Explosive damage, has the grapple ability, grapples the Merc to a target, friendly or enemy unit. So pretty fun stuff. They got their cool flashlights. And looks like we are going for it. Using that lockdown ability, does manage to stun a couple of the Dragoons. Not fatal for Arthur, but the stim forward pushing right on in. The Zealots at the front, though, taking a lot of that damage intended for the Dragoons, slicing up a lot of the stuff. The Mercs instantly getting evaporated. The Ghosts of the back are trying to do what they can, but their DPS is not nearly enough to handle this, and MorroW's getting pushed away. Arthur having the right composition with those Zealots, with the speed to push back MorroW. Reinforcements coming up at the same time, though. It's going to be enough to actually push this back is the question. I do not know. There's a small attack going on. There's a probe trying to take down a command center along the left side there, but we'll come back to them later. Again, stimming back and back. Arthur pushing the advantage. MorroW defending as best he can, stimming back. People getting left behind. Medics getting cleaned up left and right. Marines dying as well. And Arthur says, I'm not going in there. We're going to regroup and then maybe try our push. He does have an Archon as well.
Yeah, you know, MorroW really needed to have fire bats in that first engagement because, you know, the speed lots there that he got, that Arthur got, are really good against Bio. And unfortunately, it's working against MorroW here. MorroW finally having the fire bats, going to take down some of all the Zealots, but unfortunately, that Archon here is way too beefy, and he's going to take down all of his Marines. And this is looking really bad for MorroW now. Wow, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, MorroW being forced to pull off all of the SCVs at the natural to deal with this. This probe still trying to take that command center by himself. Can he do it is the question. SCVs dying so fast to these Zealots, to this Archon. The Archon doesn't have very many shields left, but there it finally goes down. A new swell of Marines comes out of those barracks. I'm going to try to kill the Zealot. Yep, Zealot ends up dead. Arthur pushes back, recognizing I just took a lot of mining time off my Terran opponent. I'm pretty darn happy about that. Didn't lose too much, I don't think. And now we have Templar on the way for Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur's he's in a good position. I think he's going to be ahead in terms of against MorroW, both in terms of supply and tech. MorroW here is going to need access to science vessels if he's going to want to compete against Arthur here. Oh wow, nice, some Zealots here streaming in towards the Terran opponent, and he's going to clean up the third base. But oh, JK, Arthur backs up. Oh no, actually he doesn't. 2 Zealots here wrecking face in the main base. He's going to take down quite a few SCVs here, bring up the total loss unit count to, whoa, 29 workers killed so far.
29 workers, that's just brutal. At the same time though, he's right neck and neck with Arthur in total number of harvesters, 41 to 43. Only down 2. Can you imagine how well he'd be doing if he'd kept all the SCVs that he's lost over this game?
Yeah, absolutely. And we haven't seen a lot of bio TVP games, so I kind of wonder, does Terran have to be ahead in terms of bases? And I would assume yes, because I don't think the bio army is cost efficient against the Protoss army, as a Protoss is against bio. Well, but I guess it's going to come down to really the lockdowns and the EMPs, if we get some EMPs. It looks like MorroW here is going to move across the map once again. This time, no fire bats again, so I think that's kind of a big no-no. He does have some fire bats, but they're back behind his army.
Yeah, if he wants to wait for those fire bats, that'd probably be a good decision. Zealot coming out, maybe for some harassment, accidentally catches sight of this entire army. He's not even on an attack move. Is he going to get killed? Yes, he does get killed by those Marines before he can actually check things out on the left side of the map. The army repositions, though. Arthur knows exactly where MorroW wants to hit, has everybody ready to go, and here comes the attack. Zealots at the front again, just slicing face. Archons trying to get hits off where they can, trying to get to those front lines. Lockdown going down on 3 of the Dragoons. Are we just going to stand and fight? Oh, the good surround with the Zealots. This entire army gets cleaned up. Boosh, nothing left whatsoever. The Lockdown Dragoons missed out on the fight, but they won the battle entirely. 124 to 78 supply right now. Arthur is in a commanding position.
Yeah, that was not even close for MorroW. And MorroW's got to be feeling pretty bad about that. He's probably thinking, wow, bio sucks. And you know, he might not be wrong about that. Or maybe it's just the wrong composition, I don't know. But Firebats here try to do as much as they can against these Zealots, but unfortunately the Zealots not clumping up as much as they want, they should be. And looks like that's it. Looks like Arthur's going to take this game. And MorroW's going to have to probably pick a different build or composition for the next game.
Yeah, maybe go for that mech play. Again, like you said, with the Goliaths, with the tanks, with the Vultures. Might be a little bit more efficient in a lot of ways. But holding position here on the ramp are these SCVs. Firebats trying to do what they can against these Zealots that are desperately trying to get up the ramp. All the Firebats do end up exploding in what is probably an agonizing death. And I'm just kind of waiting for MorroW to call the GG here because I don't know what he can do. Yep.
No, I think what he needed to do is he needed to have the Firebats a little bit earlier. And he would have been able to continue the pressure and get some nice classifications. But unfortunately, that's it. Arthur takes game number 1.
He certainly does. All right.